Hanamkonda. We are highly privileged to get an opportunity to present our study projects. We thank our Honorable Commissioner Sir C. Navin Vitala Garu for instilling our confidence by giving us the project. And we thank our principal Dr. K. Venkateshwara Garu and our supervisor Nana Devan Garu for the engagement and the completion of our project. Myself, Virudhar, BA first year.
I am BA first year.
P. Mahesh, BA second year.
Aishwarya, BA first year.
Hanamkonda BA first year.
In India, millets have been a staple diet and main income source for the farmers, especially in semi-arid regions. The major millets are sorghum millets, pea millets, finger millets, and the minor millets are foxtail millets, little millets, kodo millets, prosa millets, and barnyard millets. The millets are gluten-free and low glycemic index. Their macronutrient consumption is also as better as compared to rice or wheat. Today, the government is bringing millet back as potential new tool for fighting psychoeconomic issues like malnutrition, rural poverty. In National Food Security Act 2013, millets are included. And millets can grow in poor soil conditions with less fertilizers and pesticides. They can withstand high temperatures, making them perfect choices climate smart cereals. And as against the requirement of 5,000 liters of water to grow 1 kilogram of rice, millets need hardly 250 to 300 liters of water to grow 1 kilogram of millets. Hence, our topic is concentrated on changing food habits. A boon for millet sales, a study in Hanamkonda town. Over to Grego.
Aims and objectives of the study were to study the awareness level of the people on millet consumption, to study the reason for rise in millet consumption in the study area, to study the millet consumption in different age groups of the study area, to study the upscale and trade in the millet sale of millets and millet-based product in the study area, to know the government policies for millet consumption, to give suggestions and recommendations. Over to Mahesh.
Hypothesis of the study was growing health consciousness among the people has a positive impact on millets. Method of the study was a sample of 70 respondents was chosen for study from 4 regions of Hanamkonda town. Among the sample, 60 were consumers and 10 were millet sellers. Purpose of sampling technique was used. Structured questions were used for both consumers and millet sellers to elicit the information. Both primary and secondary data was collected to understand the topic. Statistical tools such as percentages, tabulations, bar, pie, and column diagrams were used for data analysis. Over to Aishwarya.
The key findings of the project were most of the respondents in the study area were educated. The occupational profile of the respondents shows that nearly 35 and 23.3% of the respondents were private employees and business persons respectively. Most of the respondents in the sample preferred to use sorghum as their staple food. Nearly 56.7% of the respondents were preferred to use millets. Among the different age group of households respondents, nearly 61.7% of them replied that middle-aged family members were using millets and 25% of them replied that old-aged family members were preferred to use millets. It is very important to know the different type of dishes made by millets to attract all the sections of family members. But it was very surprising to know the majority of the respondents consuming millets, that is 75%, in the form of either roti or upma only. We have tried to know the different awareness on health benefits of millets among the samples. Nearly 51.7 consumers felt that millets were helpful in lowering blood pressures and blood glucose levels. And 23.3% of respondents felt that millets had more fiber minerals and vitamins, and 18% of the respondents were preferred to use millets. Over to Rev.
Nearly half of the respondents have been consuming millets quite recently, that is from 1 year. The frequency of consumption of millets shows that 46.7% of respondents included millet for once in their daily dietary requirement. Surprisingly, nearly 28.3% of respondents were using millets for 3 to 4 times in a week. The maximum number of respondents, that is 58.3%, purchased 5 to 7 kilograms of millets per month. The average quantity of millets purchased by the respondents was carried out to be 7.65 kilograms per month. It was observed that instead of organic stores, most of the respondents was prepared to purchase the millets from supermarket, that is 53%, and local kirana retail markets, that is 26.7%, because no prices in this market. 93% of the respondents felt that the price of millets were exorbitant to pay. Over to Raymond.
Social media like WhatsApp and Facebook plays a vital role in millet sales promotion. Nearly 38.3% of the respondents were motivated by social media and included millets in their food basket. Nearly 26.7% of the respondents were motivated by TV shows and 13.3% of the respondents were motivated by newspapers. 91.7% of the respondents felt that government should provide price subsidies for millet sales promotion. An attempt was made to analyze the views of millet sellers to understand the increasing trends in millet sales. Nearly 60% of the sellers replied that the increasing demand for millet consumption was the main reason for millet sales. As millets are not main staple food in the study area, fluctuations in demand were experienced by the sellers. Nearly 60% of the sellers replied that they felt inconsistency in demand for millet sales. The majority of the sellers, that is 60% in the study area, expressed that the increasing trend in millet consumption was seen since last year. As the increasing trend in consumption of millet-based products was also seen in the study area. Nearly 40% of the sellers felt that the consumers are likely to use millet-based multigrain atta for consumption. The millet sellers were asked to mention the average sales of different types of millets during the last month. An average 8 quintals of sorghum, followed by 3 quintals of finger millets and 4 quintals of oxtail millets were sold during the last month. Over to Rupla.
Now I would like to suggest recommendations to your current consideration. Awareness should be created among the consumers on the health benefits of the millets through the seminars, discussions, and exhibitions with the help of ICDS, health agencies in the area, NGOs, studies in the area, and most of the respondents in our society has less knowledge with the different cooking methods of the millets, hence providing recipe books and cooking demonstration and recipe books are needed to boost the millet consumption. And heavily subsidized prices undermining the demand for the millets. Hence, millets should be supplied at PDS subsidized rate. In addition to the PDS millets, based ready-to-eat foods can be promoted through the midday meal scheme ICDS to enhance the iron among the children. Over to Deva.
Government should promote the production of millets by providing financial and minimum price support to the farmers. Innovations and researches on millet-based products like baby foods, breakfast cereals, and bakery products should be encouraged and financed by government and corporate houses. Education on nutritional values of millets develops a critical awareness among the students. Hence, the awareness on the health benefits of millets should be included in a curriculum plan. The government should take necessary steps to promote the health benefits of millets with the help of print, electronic media, and social media. Nutrient deficiency is a more pressing issue rather than the deficiency in calories in India. It's time for India to eat right. Eat millets, pay less, stay healthier, save right.
I would like to invite DDC Kamareddy, and the topic is Farmer Welfare Schemes in Telangana, a case study on Raitu Bandhu and Raitu Bima, Kamareddy district. And supervisor is Dr. P. Raja Gambhir Rao, and students L. Bhargavi, Y. Rekha, M. Sai Kumari, P. Jayam, and A. Niharika Rathod. Wish you good luck.
నీ సేవ్ చేసుకొని లోపల వచ్చి కూర్చోండి మాట్లాడు సేవ్ చేయండి సేవ్ చేయండి